Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Shaw McCall.
It's SEO Roper.
And producer Pat, behind the mic, behind the call, behind everything, fellas. It's good to be back.
It's another episode of the Lucast. It is Wednesday, April 9th, and thank you for joining us.
Yes, happy Masters Week.
Yeah, happy Masters. Spring is sprung.
Blues officially lost after the longest franchise winning streak.
They did it! It's over!
But that's why we started the show, because we didn't want to do the show and ruin the streak. So.
Yeah, for those
You're
asking,
welcome.
Oh, really? I never knew the reason.
that was
Pat-
the reason.
Producer
That was
never
the
asked.
reason.
Because Pat, we're the St. Louis Blues, and we don't fucking lose.
We took a little Lucast spring break, but we're back now. We're down here for the home stretch. The Blues won a franchise record 12 games in a row. Let's hear it for the Blues.
They did it! It's over!
Pump it up here. We're here for a fucking reason because we're a fucking good hockey team and we're going to fucking come home with a cup here tonight.
Hey, I just, while we got that man on our mind, what if Stanley Cup Finals, Blues versus Maple Leafs? Storylines
Oh,
right
geez.
there.
That would be scenes.
That would be scenes. Just a quick thought right there.
The whole world
anyways.
would root on the Maple Leafs.
That would
of
be-
course.
It'd be a win-win for me because
Yeah, you've
Maple
always
Leafs
been
are
a
my
Maple
Eastern
Leafs.
Conference team.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that's far down the road. Let's talk about this 12-game win streak. The Blues last lost a game. Well, they lost against the Jets, but before that, it was against the Penguins, and that was
In Pittsburgh.
right around our last Lucas episode, around
Early
March
March.
11th.
Early March.
The Blues, in their 12-game win streak, had 7 wins versus the division, 4 against Nashville, 2 against Colorado, 1 against Chicago. The Blues outscored their opponents 51-22 during the 12-game win streak.
That's fucking nuts.
The Blues had 3 overtime wins. One of them, a great comeback win against the Red Wings, a goal with 30 seconds left, under 30 seconds, and then an overtime winner by Cam Fowler, wearing those sick 90 sweaters, which they should wear more.
Oh, thank you! Thank you!
Mm.
Thank you!
Mm.
Blues only lost 2 regulation games in the month of March. They went 12-2-1. The question we've been asking all season long, can the Blues make the playoffs? We've been flippy-floppy every episode, every week.
Yep.
The answer is most likely yes now.
The other question was, could we win 3 in a row? We
Yeah.
just quadrupled that.
It's a great point. It's a great point, Roper.
Yeah, we beat some big teams, big rivalry teams in that span.
Colorado twice.
Chicago, Nashville, like 3 times.
Well, yeah, I said Nashville 4 times. We played Nashville 4 times
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
in that streak.
That's insane.
Maybe I miscounted, but
I think it was 3. Because
Because
I
we
think we only
played-
played our division 3 times.
no.
Or 4 times.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But
Well, fact check me on that one. But anyhow, what about that Blues game against the Canucks?
Oh, the first one.
That we won in overtime.
Pat
Remember
was there for
when
that
we
one.
were
Yeah.
watching. That was the night Mizzou sadly
Dukes.
lost
Yeah, we were at
to
Duke's.
Drake's. We'll get to that a little later on in the show. But the Blues won against the Canucks in over. That was one of the most important games of the year.
I know.
Yeah.
He almost blew it, too.
Yeah. Brock Besser, dude.
This game.
That was another overtime winner.
Overtime winner, Robert Thomas. Thank you for coming. Almost blew that one because there was like 23 seconds left that they tied it. We got anyone in the chat, Pat? You looking around?
No one in the chat yet, but all right.
What do you guys
Oh,
think
there's
of-
people. No, there's
does that benefit
People
us?
have been telling me beneficial.
Does that benefit
People
us?
have been telling me beneficials to both of playing Vegas and the Jets. I just want us in. You're gonna have to play teams no matter. You're gonna have to play teams no matter what. I think I would rather play Vegas just to be on the side with. Here's a question. Here's a question. Are you guys gonna get playoff tickets first round?
I'm gonna try to.
Toss up. I was trying to plan it out, and I looked up when NHL playoffs were going to start. The 19th, I think.
Either play the 19th or the 20th.
Yes. And so the way it would match up is the following weekend, I think we could have a home playoff game, and the Battlehawks have a Saturday night game on the 26th.
Hmm.
That'd be pretty sick.
Wow. I'm ready for another deep playoff run. I don't know about you boys. Being
This
out for 2
team-
years,
This team reminds us a lot of the 2019 team, does it not?
similar numbers, similar team vibes. Jobu.
Oh, the Jobu. I forgot to write him down, but let's talk about Jobu. Pat, you familiar?
Jobu.
I am familiar with Jobu.
Multiple like one-on-one shows have asked players, and I don't know if they're sworn to secrecy, but people have just said it's like they don't know. They don't. He just appeared.
He appeared.
So
Can you explain where Jobu comes from, Adam?
Major League.
Major League.
Do not give him rum.
He's from what's the guy's name on the Major League?
I can't remember. Can't remember the finer details like that. But Nick is looking at the streak as we speak.
Yeah, I think they played the Predators 3 times.
It's all right.
Four.
It's all right.
4 would have been crazy.
It's all right. But yeah,
I like inflating our numbers. I like making
it is
the Blues
crazy
sound
that
better than
we had to go on a 12-game win streak to basically guarantee us playoffs. But if we didn't do that, oh man,
Here's
The
some
the chat's fine, by the way. Chat's working.
is anyone chatting?
No one's chatting.
No one's chatting. Maybe the chat can chat about these numbers from some of our best Blues players. Dylan Holloway, one of our top scorers, is injured currently. He's listed as week to week, and according to Jeremy Rutherford, that is not a good thing because if he was coming back anytime soon, it would have been listed day to day.
Yes.
So week to week thinks it's going to be a long-term injury. There's no time table on his return.
Really?
Dude, but how about Jimmy Snipes? Jimmy Snipes, I was at the game and he got his first assist in
Jimmy
the second
Snigger's
game.
got 2 assists through
Dude.
his first 4 games.
And let's talk about the week he had. Going from NCAA collegiate playoffs to signing his first ever NHL contract, debuting for his first ever game, and then the next night, he's staying. This whole time he's staying with Shen, Captain Shen. Shout out Shen, taking him under his wings, and he has Sid the Kid come knock on a door and bring over a bottle of wine and have dinner Wednesday night. Like that's come on, dude. That's
I did not
That's-
know that.
you didn't
That's
even know
awesome.
about that?
No.
oh yeah. No, Shen had Sid the Kid come over and have dinner with him, Jimmy Snipes, and the Shen fam
Wow.
the night before they played the Penguins.
2 Canadians being nice to an American, young American player.
Yeah, take it. We'll take it.
That's interesting. I didn't know that Jimmy Snigger was staying with
And then
Shen.
speaking of the young kids, Dvorsky's back in the lineup tonight.
Oh, is he really now?
Bennington's in that.
The lineup came out. I wanted to take it.
They called him up, but I don't know if he was going to play tonight. So let's look at some lineup announcement, Pat.
Let me go to the Blues right now.
Let's talk about a player the Blues might be getting back soon. You guys know that Colton Parayko is pretty close to coming back?
Yes, we do know that.
Colton Parayko, hopefully on this road trip, they said, might be able to get into the lineup.
So they changed up the lines.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so forward lines: Buchnevich, Thomas, and Kyrou.
Okay.
Neighbors, Shen, and Jimmy Snuggerud, Jimmy Snipes. Then they got Dvorsky or Joseph.
With Bolduc.
With Bolduc and Sundquist, and then Torp, Fosca, and Walker.
I like that fourth
Venner and
line
Net.
our fourth line is pretty
The
established.
what the fuck line?
Yeah, the Fotska, Walker,
Or-
Torpachenko.
Yes. Ryan says hello as well.
All right, perfect.
Hey.
Perfect.
All right, let's talk about clinching scenarios. Easiest case, Blues win tonight, and the Flames lose tonight. They both play. You guys know who the Flames play tonight? I forget.
I believe they play Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Or no. They might play Anaheim. They play Anaheim and then Vegas.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, we need the Ducks to play spoiler. That would be pretty sick. And if we could beat Edmonton, would be pretty sick. That's a clinch. Or if Calgary loses at least 2 more games, then it's mathematically impossible for them to pass us. We could lose out. We've only got 3 more games, and I think they've got 5.
Yeah.
That sound right?
Which is why
That is-
I'm pretty positive we're gonna be playing the Jets.
Really?
Okay,
mean,
so
the
are we
Wild-
going?
Hold on, here's
Well, the
another
Wild have
scenario.
that-
Here's another scenario. The Blues also clinch if the Wild lose out. Even if one of their losses is an overtime loss, only one, and they lose out, Blues clinch.
I don't know. It just has me worried that they have that regulation wins over us. They have the regulation win
Yeah, they have every tiebreaker over us.
tiebreaker.
The Wild?
Yes.
I was at the first opening night game and they beat us. Knew that would come back to haunt us.
So yes, we clinch if we win and Calgary loses in regulation. Both have to be in regulation.
We were the 8th seed in 2019, right?
Oh.
Um,
That's a good question. Let me look that up.
I'm
Look that
almost
up.
positive Winnipeg was first overall.
No, it was like the first time they're gonna win the division.
I think we got
No
the
Wild.
3rd seed in the Central because we got
Oh,
that fat run,
okay.
which I think the Blues could still get at this point too. Can't they pass the Avalanche, or is that not out
I
of the
mean,
window?
I mean, I would be shocked. We probably would have had to win out when against
Yeah,
Winnipeg.
that would not be good. We don't want to play the Stars.
For real. But did you see them choke to the Canucks last night? Did you see that?
Did not see it, but I read a headline that the Canucks scored 3
Yeah,
goals. With the goalie
I
pulled.
watched the minute-long highlights.
So they scored 3 goals to tie it, and then another one in overtime.
Correct.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
What if the Canucks come back and make the playoffs? They're not eliminated either.
they are not. No. So we were third in the division
Okay.
for that playoff run.
All good.
What I just said.
All right. Well, anything else about the Blues?
Excited for tonight.
Yeah.
You
Late
said
night
McDavid was
hockey.
coming back for the show. Breaking news: McDavid
Yes.
is
and
in.
Draisaitl were both in.
Oh. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, good luck, Blues tonight. They were playing hot. We lost one, and
Even after the loss, we played well. in
Yeah,
my
I mean,
opinion.
yeah, we kept it close 2-1 the whole game or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 1-0.
it was a close game. They looked
Or
just
2-1,
kind of
yeah.
tired, and
Yeah.
we were all kind of expecting a letdown. Sometime it was kind of a
Just
relief.
when, it was
to
a matter
see.
of when, not a matter
Yeah.
of how.
Does anyone know when Pareko's back?
Soon.
Soon. They're saying soon. They're saying he might get he might play against Utah,
Okay.
if anything.
Gotcha. All right.
Wait. So for Blues to close out the season, what games we got left?
So
I
we
can
got
look right here, Nate.
Edmonton.
We got Edmonton, Seattle, Utah.
There you go. He
Seattle's on
He's
Saturday.
on the trip, so he might play in Seattle too.
Okay, so we have Edmonton tonight on the road, and then Seattle on the road, and then we come home for Utah last game.
Correct.
Utah still not mathematically eliminated either.
No.
There's only 3 games left. How could there be so many teams still?
There's 3 games left for the Blues.
We need a point tonight. We gotta. It's gonna be a late night on TNT, boys.
Yes, it will be a late night on TNT. It's not on FanDuel, thank God.
Why you don't like FanDuel?
I hate the app.
It's pretty simple.
I know it's pretty simple. They've gotten a little better over the years, but
it's
it's still a little spotty.
I guess, but compared to the Bally Sports, it's night and day. It's like so
I
much
totally agree
easier.
with that.
Roper, do you agree to that?
What's up?
That
Valid.
the FanDuel Sports app is now better to use than the Bally Sports app?
I mean, a bit, but it's like the same exact same thing.
But it's just like
I've noticed a little bit better like login issues and shit. They must have
it just
updated
it
it more.
streamlines a little better. It's just
But It's nothing insane. Like it's not like night and day. It's just a little bit.
I
better.
said it is night and day.
Oh. Well,
I think I used that
Yeah,
phrase
he did
too.
use that phrase.
okay. Well, I don't know. I would much rather have FanDuel than Maui, but
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
All right. Should we get into our next topic? Decided for the Blues tonight.
yes, call Ryan.
Oh,
We got-
yes.
College hoops. We had a whole NCAA basketball tournament.
Pretty sure someone. I'm gonna show.
Pat, you got one shining moment on the audio board.
I do.
I think this is a joke, but
Play it.
someone just
Play
sent
that song into your mic, Adam.
What song?
One shining moment.
Okay. We're gonna be taken off YouTube.
Let's see if he answers. Ryan,
Oh.
you're on the Lucast. Welcome.
I'm excited to be here. I've
What-
been waiting for this.
Do you
all
hear
week,
one
fellas.
shining moment?
Do you hear that?
No, but I hear
Do you hear yourself?
myself talking a lot.
Oh, shit.
What's
Well,
up, Brian? How's it going?
How's it going, dude? We're gonna recap the March Madness tournament.
Yeah, we were supposed to have you on before, and then Lucas just kind of took a
The power went
spring
out.
break that never came back. Power's been out
Yeah.
at the Palace for months.
That's when he went dark.
No, that was rough. I was ready to come on, and then you texted me,
Yeah.
and so
It's all right. The
how'd your
March
brack-
Madness still went on.
How'd your bracket do?
not great, man. I'm gonna be honest. I did have a chance to win my work one. I needed Auburn to beat Florida, and I needed Houston to beat Duke, which they did, but I had Auburn winning the whole thing.
Do you know where you finished in the Most State Madness group?
Oh, dude, like so far down.
Oh no.
We were all top
Yeah.
10, I think.
I
Us three.
I had Duke winning it all.
Yeah.
And I had Texas Tech in the Final Four. I mean,
Mm.
they should have won that game. That was kind of dumb.
Huh.
Florida was a team of destiny, and I knew it. We're ball mowers.
They really were, man. Like they were down, like what against UConn in the second half, Texas Tech, Auburn, and Houston. They just kept coming back.
They just
Like
had
Walter
they,
Clayton was just
Yep. They
the
had
bailout artist.
they had it going for sure.
Walter Clayton was definitely MVP of the
Yeah.
tournament.
Todd Golden was stalking some girls at the other team's Instagrams. It happens.
I was like kind of surprised that he's 39. Like he looks like he's like 32, like early 30s.
It's even creepier.
The Florida head coach,
Yes, yes, it's even
Yeah,
creepier.
he's pretty young looking.
But hey, shout out, not to my own horn, but I did finish second in the Most State Madness group.
You
Group.
did.
What does that get you?
I saw that.
I got
How much do you get? For that?
$87 because I guess
Nice.
because I guess 3 other people did not
Oh.
pay.
Mm.
One was a bot
Uh,
supposedly.
So we throwing it on Scotty this week?
Well, so that's when we get to the Masters.
Yeah, let's get into the Masters.
Hang on, what?
one can welcome Charlie to the chat. He says, "How many co-eds did Todd DM after the game?" That's what he's asking.
How many
Oh.
what?
How many
mean, it-
co-eds did Todd DM after the game?
Over 50.
Yeah, you just Florida does not want the real facts to get out there. So
There you go.
All right, here we go. Is that can everyone hear that?
I think they can hear that. It's pretty loud.
We
that was cool.
We got to let it play out for a sec.
All right.
All right, it's Masters week.
Georgia. Well,
Right.
they replaced Ray Charles with Noah Kane. Can we talk about that? That should be cancelable.
That was crazy.
Yeah, what the fuck? We're just not going to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, at least Ryan knows. That's fucked up.
Well, no, I saw it because they released it in like some trailer like a month before the Masters started.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the hell, man? Like, what is this? I need this. It just ain't right.
No. It's a poor showing. But all right, we'll get into the nitty gritty now. No Tiger, unfortunately. We do have some storylines. We do have Angel Cabrera returning from 2 years in prison. And he won.
That's true.
And he won. He won his tournament. Leading up to this.
Coming in good
Wait,
form,
what's his
man.
name?
Angel Cabrera.
Where's he from?
From Argentina or something like that.
What was he in
South
prison
American.
for?
Fraud or something. White collar.
He served his time. Now he's just.
No, it was domestic abuse.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
So, a
Oh,
little.
shit.
It probably would have been better if it was fraud something, but yeah.
Wow,
Those South Americans.
So
they
it's
get-
kind
they
of
get
awkward.
crazy.
how much is he going
Honestly,
for?
it
in
was like a
DraftKings?
little bit of question as to whether or not he would get to play or not.
I bet. No, I bet.
You think he had to ask his probation officer?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess it's fine because he's been playing all the Champions Tour events. So
Does he have to wear a ankle monitor when he's on the course?
I kind of hope so. That would be pretty electric.
That'd be good. That'd be good for television.
Oh, then I wanted to, before we get into the golfers, why isn't this photo loading? The Champions Dinner provided by Mr. Sir Scotty Scheffler.
Mm-hmm.
Cheeseburger sliders served
Mm.
Scotty style. Firecracker shrimp, sweet Thai chili, and sriracha mayo. That's the starters. Oh, with tortilla soup, avocado, crispy blue tortilla strips, sour cream, cilantro, and lime. Then for the main course, it was Texas ribeye steak or blackened red fish,
Oh,
family style mac and cheese, jalapeno cream corn, fried Brussels sprouts, and seasoned fries
nice.
with a warm chocolate chip skillet cookie, milk and cookies icing cream.
Wow.
Served in honor of Mr.
That
Scotty Scheffler.
cooked.
Yeah, no, it's way better than the fucking Bubba Watson like just grilled
Oh, I
chicken.
saw that.
Grilled chicken.
That's like something that your mom makes, and you're like, ugh.
We could do better, Mom. Oh, fucking Diddy's eating better than that.
Oh man.
But all right, we'll finally get into Masters. We got DraftKings. Nick is officially in this year.
I'm in. It's a major, so I'm playing.
He's in. He didn't scramble.
See, these are
last
the
minute
dudes I
miss.
always worry about. The guys that never play the DK every week, and they just come in for the majors and just steal it all.
Yeah,
That's what I
kinda
dream.
hate it.
That's my
is the
dream.
it is the most frustrating part.
That's
But
what
hey,
I live for. 4
I do
times a
love
year.
the like pool just going from $30
We got to change
All
back now,
there,
right?
There we go. We should
All
be
right.
good.
Oh,
Alright, welcome.
Pat, we screwed this up. We got 2 T's on Roto.
Yeah, I know. I was. It was a quick text. All right.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, let's read back Charlie's
give you
comment.
guys.
I think we need to read back Charlie's
Charlie's comment is Noah Khan was DEI
No
higher. Hashtag eyes for Ray. And then how does KU
I can
feel?
hear it on YouTube, by the way.
All right, you should be good now. And then how does Ray feel about the fact, or how does KU feel about the fact that Scotty will win 4 times as many Masters as Mahomes? Will win Super Bowls.
There we go.
Unless Mahomes
I mean-
decides to play golf one day.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I would love to see it. Like, I'm here for it. If Scotty's gonna win like 10 Masters, like we would be like living in the next Tiger era. Like we got to see Scotty Scheffler play golf in his prime. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm taking Scotty and DK. I don't know about you guys.
I've got him in the lineup.
We're throwing it out there. Roper is
I
has it
do
locked.
not have Scotty in the lineup, nor
got
do
him.
I have JT.
Maybe I'm lying.
Ooh.
Any other sneaky
Wait.
picks you want to give us, Ryan, for guys who
am
think
lying.
can make
I
top
am
10,
lying.
top 20?
I don't have Scotty in my lineup.
Yeah, I got a couple here. So Corey Connors, I think, is plus 350 for a top 10. He's had 3 top 10s in his last 4 starts, and he has 3 top 10s in his last 5 Master starts. So there's a lot of things working in that direction.
What was his name again?
Corey Connors, the Canadian. Corey Connors.
Yeah,
Corey
Corey
Connors.
Connors.
Okay.
Just master ball striker. Short game's been coming out too recently, so the other guy was Denny McCarthy is plus 260 for a top 20. He's had 5 top 20s in his last 6 starts,
Sheesh.
and he's obviously a super good putter, and he's also gained on approach in 5 of his last 6 starts.
That's nuts.
What was his name again? McCarthy?
Denny, yeah.
Denny McCarthy, yep. He like is the right-handed version of Ryan Harmon.
Oh,
Like they're both about the same height.
interesting.
They're both like really good putters, short game players.
Kids Audio Studio World says, did he say Denny? I guess yes, he
Who's
did say
Denny?
Denny.
Think he's got a sponsorship with Denny's?
He should if he
He
doesn't.
should.
The Grand Slam.
What do you guys think about Bryson this week?
I like him. He's a guy that's going
You
to
like
attack
him?
the pins. He plays decently well here. Well, I remember his last time here.
Well-
Wasn't he competing? Wasn't it like him
Well,
and
that's the
Scotty?
thing. I think he led through 2 rounds and ended up T6. But like before that, he had missed like the 2 cuts before that, and I don't think he had a top 25 since he was an amateur here. So,
Austin
but I
asked.
mean,
Austin asked you, Ryan, what's your take on the Live Boys? I know we're talking about Bryson, and then think any will compete well. So Bryson's one of them.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them, and I think a lot of people question over the last couple years on like what they would look like coming into some of the majors, but I think they've sort of proven themselves. You know, Bryson won it last year, Brooks won 23. Feels like there's always like 1 or 2 up there like late in the week. So I think Brooks has gone like really untalked about at all, which is kind of surprising. I mean, he hasn't like really contended in a major since like he won it in 23. So I think he's like 30-1 though. So
Uh,
he's kind of one of those guys that's just sneaky. I could see him having a really good week.
Kids Audio Studio World also says Bryson has one round in the history of his Masters career being under par. Bryson blows at Augusta.
Oh,
Damn.
Mm.
All right.
last year he
I
finished.
mean, it wasn't like a good fit for him. I mean, he famously said that Augusta is a par 67, and that didn't really work out so well for a while until last year. So I think also like he was sort of the guy that like had all the patrons like against him. And now, like, I feel like he's like the biggest like rooting draw for everybody. Like, I feel like people want to go see him.
Here's a question I have for you, KU. So you know how every TikToker and their mother is tweeting their like stats and their way of knowing who's gonna win. There was one TikTok / tweet that stood out to me, and this guy was saying that there's these rules that I don't know, some like 10 of the last 14 champions have done, and it was like strokes gained approach. I don't know, they have to be like overall golf ranking of above 50. They have to had been, I don't know, like top 10 in the Masters before. Can't be a Masters debut. But the five guys, I was gonna read them off to you: Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, and Willie Zala fucking Torres.
Wow.
Now this was like he was saying it was like 6 or 5 different rules of I don't know. And these guys all have these guys fit the rules to be a winner this year.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff like that, and it's hard to like keep up with. I mean, like on one hand, like yes, but like a guy like John Rahm wasn't in there. Like I think he's gonna have a really good shot. Bryson's not in there.
I have
But
I have a
I mean,
question
Willie
for you,
Z.
Ryan. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say Willie Z. I am playing him somewhere this week. Not gonna say if it's the DK lineup or not, but I
Fair.
do think he's gonna have a pretty good week.
All right. I do have a question for you. I know we had over the years some amateurs do well in the first round. Do you see any of those amateurs this year coming out, like making a name for themselves in the first round, maybe?
I don't really like. I don't think any of these guys have like the same amount of hype that they as some of the guys recently. Like I'm thinking like a Sam Bennett or someone
Right.
like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was up there a couple years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. One of those guys to come.
Um, but I mean, there'll probably be at least one that makes the cut. So yeah, I mean, I think the like the U.S. amateur champion, that every year they play with the defending champions. So I think it's Jose Luis Ballester from Spain. Is playing with Scotty and JT. So
Okay.
that'll be interesting.
That should be interesting. Kids Audio Studio World said if you started every hole from 50 yards out, could you win the Masters?
Could you real
For
quick?
50 yards out?
No. No.
No.
No.
No.
Yeah, I
See,
would have
the
to be on
problem with that,
is the
I
putting
would
green.
almost rather start from like 100 yards out. Because 50 is like just in that really dicey range that you're not going to be able to get any spin on the ball. And that's just going to fuck you, I feel like.
He also says, side note, how did Kevin not get the nod? Okay, I think we know who it is
All
now.
right. Yeah. It's adding up here. Kevin, nah, man. I really want to know why Bryce just loves Kevin Na. Like, I think he had to have just taken him in DK or something a couple times, and he just cooked for him. So,
All right. Any more golf related questions for Ryan?
I'm just excited, man.
It's Masters is here, baby.
What time are they teeing off tomorrow? 6:30 a.m.
6:40 a.m. Central.
Okay.
All right. Set your
Davis,
alarms.
Riley, and Patton Kazire. I
I
think they've got the starter. They got the starters like Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Tom Watson.
Oh, I have
I
one
think
more
they go off at
question
6:30.
before Adam. The weather. Is weather looking clear? Or what are we looking at?
Yeah. So they got a bunch of rain on Monday, and it looks like it should be clear for the rest of the week. There might be a little rain like early Friday morning, but other than that, it should be a really nice week.
All right.
good.
My one last question is, me and Mr. Kids Audio World, we have quite the predicament on Sunday. We both work at St. Louis City, and on Sunday
Ooh.
night, they have a matchup with Columbus Crew at 6 p.m. So that means Kids Audio World and I have to report to work at like 4:30. Do we skip work?
Oh, that's brutal.
Do we just skip work? Do we call in to say, sorry, guys, we got to watch the Masters? Is that a.
I mean, that's kind of on you. Like, this is kind of a weekend to like clear your schedule. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the Masters only happens once a year. Like, yeah, we got to clean that up.
Yeah.
He has an answer for you, Ryan, of why he loves Na. You ready?
Okay,
Back
yeah.
in 2018, the top 3 dudes in the leaderboard were Na, Im, and Gay. It's spelled out, I'm not gay.
Oh,
That
geez.
sounds like something BG would
Kids
lean
Audio
into.
World. Where did he get that name? Oh, man.
BG,
That's
what a
crazy.
character.
We got to pot him down.
All right.
Suspending.
We're thank you, Ryan, for coming on the Lucast. We always appreciate your RotoWire picks and everything you do. So
Thanks for the picks, Ryan. We
Of
appreciate
course.
it.
Happy
Yeah.
Masters.
I
dude.
gotta come on here more regularly, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Always a pleasure. Have a good rest of your week, Brian.
All right.
Good
Thanks,
luck.
man.
All right, boys. Good luck in your DK lineups.
You as well. We'll see
We'll
you.
see you at 6:40. All right. Well, that wraps up the Masters talk.
Denny McCarthy and Corey Connors. Denny McCarthy and Corey Connors.
watch out.
I'm adding one of those two to the lineup. I don't know which one, but I'll tell you right now, one of those two will 100% be. I'm
be
taking one of his picks.
That's-
No doubt.
I love it.
Brian's got good picks.
I did want to quickly, before we move on to Masters, quickly read off my 4-pick parlay. $5 win $272.
Okay.
I'm guessing all of these are to
Scott-
make the cut. or-
It's top 5s and top 10s.
okay.
Scotty Scheffler, top 5. Jordan Spieth, top 10. Joaquin Neiman, top 10. Or top 5. Rory McIlroy, top 10.
Who's Joaquin?
Joaquin Neiman.
He's a guy.
He's a live guy. Live guy on fire.
Oh,
Look
no.
out. Look
Oh,
out.
no.
Look
All
out
right.
for the chili,
I
man.
feel like I got some sleepers I found.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll find out 6:40 a.m.
Do we get into Cardinals talk or Battlehawks talk?
Oh, we got City first.
City first. All
We
right.
got to get City, Cardinals, and Battlehawks here before we wrap up.
Nick went on
So-
some away days.
I went on a. You want to start with that one first?
Might as well.
Yes.
All right. His more recent game was the loss to our big time rivals across the state in Kansas City, the sporting side, the I-70 series. I trekked across the state with my girlfriend Miranda and her friends. Shout out Miranda and
Yep.
Katie and Jess. City laid a dud. They lost 2-0. It was a fun game. We saw Taylor Swift. We saw some helicopters, but we saw a couple City goalposts, but no City goals.
Yep.
This team can't score.
It was a hard loss. I kind of a KC rant. I told him next morning. Like, it all clicked with the KC fans. They hate us, dude. They were chanting "fuck STL" to me, bro.
No.
I don't take that lightly, man.
No, you do not. I'm surprised you didn't get in a fight.
On the way out, okay, so this is what apparently he told me that they do this every game. I was not aware of this. I thought they were just doing this because they beat us. Pat, the amount of confetti that they like blew up into the stadium like after they won was like they just fucking won the supporter shield or like the MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Like you would have thought they won a trophy or they
Garbage.
won something. No, it was just a regular season home win. Their first in like a long ass time.
So they just constantly have confetti.
I was looking, I was like,
Every
oh
match.
yeah, I was like, I go, what's the confetti for? I go, congratulations, you guys won a regular season home game. I was like, blast the confetti.
Yeah.
I was
That's
so
an L.
mad,
That's an L.
dude. I was so mad leaving. The only cool thing was they released the official World Cup poster for Kansas
Oh.
City, and they gave out these little posters after the game, and they're about yay big. So I got a World Cup poster for 2026 World
Nice.
Cup. Yeah, I'm not a KC
So not a
fan
good not a good
anymore.
fan atmosphere for an away fan is what you're saying.
Well,
No,
for
it was
St.
only
Louis,
bad because we lost.
yeah, St. Louis City, we make that a home match.
No, we showed out, dude. It was probably 35-40% St. Louis fans.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of St. Louis fans. We were chanting the whole way in. Vamos, vamos, St. Louis.
Right. I was at a good place. I was at a wedding, open bar, wasn't watching the match. I was in a good place. So thankfully, I didn't rage too much. I was pumped up about the Blues beating the Avalanche. I was trying to convince the DJ to play Gloria, but he would not.
No.
Hey,
Um,
play Gloria, play Gloria. No,
And I was
God.
like 9, 10 Michelob's deep. Had some Texas Long Island iced teas. Those were too strong.
the doubles, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was fucked up. Pat witnessed me being super drunk when I got home. So
I did.
Was he super drunk?
Yes. Guaranteed.
Nice. All right, to finish my KC rant, side note, I'm done with the Chiefs.
Yep.
Done with the Chiefs. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Miranda. I'm done with the Chiefs.
Finally, someone gets it.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
I'm a St. Louis Battlehawks fan and a Denim Chicken fan.
All right.
Oh, and back to City. We did have fun, even though it was a loss last Sunday.
Oh yes.
In
it
the
was.
rain, we were all there.
We were
The
all there.
1-0 home loss to Austin FC. We were all there. It was a good time. We all met up on the rain delay.
Yeah, it was a fun time. I'm
Yeah.
glad that we all did that.
Yeah, it was,
It was
fun.
fun.
We made fun out of nothing.
Yep.
Roper and I won our under 2.5 bet. That was a good
Yep.
pick, dude.
Told you.
Good
There,
pick.
there you go.
Should have just rode with that in Kansas City, but I went with I didn't bet a lot on City that game. It was just a small one because we were dogs by a lot.
Yeah.
But
Now we move on to Columbus Crew on Sunday.
which
Probably
is
gonna lose.
who are very good, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll see.
We can't score.
No.
That's basically
No, our
the end of
offense,
it.
our offense stinks. Klaus is so slow. Klaus is so old. He's so slow. He doesn't lost his touch. He shouldn't. He needs to move on. The
Yeah.
team needs to move on from Klaus.
Yep.
Santa Claus is not coming to town this year.
Fair enough. All right. Battlehawks or Cardinals?
Cardinals. We got season started. I was at opening day for the third consecutive year. Second day.
Okay.
Second year in a row for having
How was it?
Cardinals VIP Ballpark Village. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing as always. The pageantry is like no other. The St. Louis holiday. Take off work. Boozing all day in the streets. The thing I will tell you about the most, the coolest thing that happened that day, Christian and I were heading down to the stadium, same spot we always do, off Broadway, off Shoto, strolling up, drinking a walk-up beer. Christian stops at the gas station, got some Zins. We get up to Poplar Street Bridge, right by T-Dog's stand. And for opening day, if you guys don't know this, that's where they park the Budweiser trucks with the Clydesdales. They always park there for opening day, and they had 2 trucks there. They had one truck with the Clydesdales in it. The Clydesdales were in the truck, still in their stables. The doors were open, so you could take pictures with them. The other truck was their wagon. And the wagon gate, the truck was open, and dude, I kid you not, on the back of the wagon, they had a tap. They had a
Fresh
tap
beer.
of Budweiser off the freaking wagon, and they were just filling up pitchers. They were filling up pitchers of Budweiser off the wagon, Pat, and just filling up glasses of beer and handing them out. We got in line at a tent and got a glass of beer, and then we stood by the wagon. They were just filling up glasses off the wagon, and some lady had too many in her hand. She goes, "Here, just take one." So at one point, I had 2 12 ounces and another 12-ounce can in my hand, and I was like, oh, my God. But me and Christian were drinking those. It started raining. And then we walked around a little bit more through Keener Plaza. They always have pep rally shit and all kinds of tents and concerts going over there. It was really nice. And there was a rain delay. Game got pushed back. They ran the Clydesdales, though, early. Someone said, hey, man, these Clydesdales aren't going to stay here all day. They got to run and get going.
Yeah.
I teared up a little bit on the national anthem,
Ugh.
but Cardinals won
We
5-3. Roper
we
hit
ended
the
up
over.
sweeping, right?
Yes.
You hit the over that game, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Arenado home run, 8th inning. He later in the day, I met him at Tower Pub. We were watching Blues in Nashville, and he goes, "Dude, what about that Nato home run?" I said, "What home run?"
Oh,
was
jeez.
so I was in one. That was our only series win of the season so far, Pat. You're right. We swept the Twins 3-0. We lost 1-2 versus Angels, swept versus Red Sox, and then today they lost another stinker against the Pirates, the rubber match.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I was keep following along on the
So.
StatCast, and we blew it in extra innings.
Oh, jeez. So early season tellings for the Cardinals.
Our pitching sucks. Bullpen sucks.
No, the
Pitching
bullpen
sucks.
sucks.
Pitching sucks. Miles Michaelis seems to be DFA'd from his team.
Yeah.
He's throwing batting practice. They were literally swinging at balls and striking them off the green monster. I'm praying. I haven't looked at the pitching schedule. I'm praying Michaelis does not pitch on Friday night when I'm there. I'm praying to God. If he is, I'm driving over to Illinois
getting
and
over.
hitting the overs and the fucking Phillies run line.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jeez.
It's the only way to enjoy it. And I'm not even kidding.
That's sad.
It is sad when we have a guy like Michael McGreevy down at AAA. Yeah, it's fucked up. And he's a redhead with a mustache. It's tough scenes. Not a good look.
Oh, Friday we're going, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Just
We're
you
going to get
two?
a mystery with some lady friends.
Nice. Double date.
Shout out Katie.
Yeah.
Shout out Ashley.
Mystery sweater giveaway.
Yes.
Nice.
The 2 designs are, one of them is the new Lou City Connect logo, and the other one is that 1980s logo with the Cardinals with the cool little newsy boy hat.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So, Cardinals.
Oh, you need to wake up, sir.
Yeah.
Wake up, dude,
bet.
because we got one more St. Louis team to talk about, and it might be the best team in town. The 2-0 Battlehawks. Caw-caw! Roper and I just went to the St. Louis home opener this last weekend.
Oh, we sat with
I was there as well.
we sat with the.
You were there?
I
yeah, he
was
there
there.
in 100s.
Oh, that's why you wanted to go down and meet up with him.
Yeah, but oh well. We're sitting with the best
we sat
ball
next to
knower,
a ball knower.
best ball knower
I
in the
love it.
dome in the
Well,
battle.
do you have his
dome.
name?
Ball knower.
Okay,
Yeah, just
ball
a ball
knower.
knower.
Ball knower Bob.
Yeah, for real.
We'll call him ball knower Bob.
All right. What was he saying?
An absolute G. He was
Dude,
telling
oh
us
my
like what play they were gonna run, and he said his dad, who played football for Navy in the '60s, always told him, "You never run the ball east and west, only north and south."
Yeah, he was the one that let us know that Hakeem Butler wasn't going to be playing in that game. We didn't.
Yeah,
know
right
that.
off the rip.
Okay, I did not know that, and I was trying to find him all game, and I couldn't find him.
You should have been sitting next to the ball knower.
I should have.
Yeah, we got
We
actually.
had ball knower Bob.
And we sat down. We got there early, and there was plenty of empty seats around us. And we sat. My season tickets were right next to him, so I sat down next to him, and we started talking like right off the rip.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. Couldn't have asked for a better.
He was
guy.
a nice guy. He was there with his wife, and he just wanted to talk football with some dudes.
I
So
love
he
it.
was just.
Chatting us up.
He was trying. He was definitely.
Does
in
he have
one.
season tickets as well there?
I don't think so, because I mentioned it, and he didn't say anything, so we
Uh,
won't see him every game.
Ball knower Bob.
But
A legend.
he asked where we were walking out, and I said, "Yeah." I was like, "He's from St. Charles," and he's like, "Oh, did he tell you that?" And I go, "Oh no, I'm just assuming that."
Who knows?
The only other thing about the Battlehawks is they got a new mascot,
Yes,
Archie.
Archie B. Hawk. Welcome, Archie B. Hawk. He's not the only. Fredbird's not the only bird mascot in town anymore.
No, he's not.
Nope, we got Archie. We
That is awesome for the Battlehawks. It's so good for marketing, and they're growing the team. They need to be practicing in the city.
I know
all the
Well,
time.
It's their
I don't
headquartered.
understand.
Their headquartered. They fly in and fly out.
So no one owns the team. It's just someone who owns
Owned
the
by
whole
league.
league,
Dwayne
Yes.
The Rock Johnson.
and he
The
owns
Rock.
all the teams.
And
Yes.
he won't even ever come to St. Louis. And it's so annoying. But also, great TikTok follow, Rodrigo Blankenship.
Rodrigo. He's funny.
Hot Rod.
If you go look up his TikTok, he did a vlog. He walked us through. They were flying out of Arlington and then to St. Louis the day before, and then they walked through the Battle Dome.
New
met,
turf,
met
by the
with
way.
some sponsors.
Looked
yes,
awesome,
it did
dude.
look
It
awesome.
looked good. And
Yeah,
the
it
lights looked good too.
And then they did some team meetings, stayed at the hotel right across the street from the dome. Woke up, did some pre-meal stuff, team meeting or whatever. And then he showed them walking through the Hawk Walk.
Oh, nice.
Through next to the fans. And yeah, he was a cool guy. He hit a field goal at least one.
Yeah, he had a field goal
Couple.
early.
They were
Yep.
they barely made one. It barely got
Yeah, the 40-yard.
Yeah.
Hey,
we'll
as long
take
as it went through, we'll take it.
Yeah.
The Battlehawks are outscoring their opponents by 15. They're only giving up 15 points all season. They
That's
won
awesome.
31-6 that first game, and then they just beat the Brahmas 26-9. The Battlehawks owns the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Is there any more teams? How many?
Houston Roughnecks.
No,
We just beat the Roughnecks in Arlington.
and Dallas Renegades.
There's Dallas Renegades too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because we beat the Brahmas, San Antonio's.
Yes.
And next up is DC Defenders here.
Jordan Thomas still play for them?
He might.
Oh, Jordan
Maybe.
Thomas was their quarterback.
Maybe he was last year.
Let me look.
That would suck if he would love to come to St. Louis and beat us. Ball knower said he was pretty good, and I said, yeah, I agree.
That 2020 season, dude, it was ripped from us. Fucking Stan Kroenke released COVID.
Yeah, but thanks, Dan, for the new turf. and new
Tamu
lights.
is their quarterback.
Jordan Tamu returns to the Dome, and he's going to be digging the new lights and the new turf.
But I like our quarterback too.
Ah,
Yeah, Manny, I'm higher, Manny.
If you saw him play live, dude, he doesn't have a good arm. And in my opinion, I want a quarterback who's going to sit in the
So
pocket.
you want
and be
Max
able to- I
Duggan
want a
out there.
quarterback who can sling it.
And you want Max Duggan out.
And I want to see Max Duggan out there. Yeah, I'm biased.
That is what we fucked up by leaving early. He did get in. He got
did?
some reps.
Yeah, he didn't. I watched him. He didn't look good.
He didn't look good.
No, you looked worse than Manny. So
Okay. There was too many throws where Manny had a guy open and he was just throwing little rainbows, little.
yo, the first play, I
floaters.
was screaming. He was wide open in the middle. I was right by that middle.
He's not very
touchdown
accurate. He's not
pass.
very quick and accurate.
Yeah,
At least.
I agree.
Where did you park at, Pat?
We parked at the McDonald's down Tucker.
It's
not a bad spot.
Yeah, we should think about that. Me and Nick walked a 0.8-mile walk all the way down Wash Ave.
It's a good walk.
I mean, yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah, we
So
parked
except
down
we
Tucker.
stepped in dog shit.
I did step in dog shit on our back.
We saw it on the way down there, and then we just like totally forgot about it.
It was a bad step too. It was full impact.
Oh,
Oh well. Let's move on from dog shit. There's one other event going on in town this weekend. You guys know what it is?
it's the Frozen Four.
It's the Frozen
about that.
4 at
Frozen 4.
Enterprise.
Who's
Starts
in it?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Denver versus Western Michigan.
Interesting.
Is the first game, followed right after by, this is a little better matchup, Penn State versus Boston University.
Oh, that should be big. Big matchup.
Big Ten versus Big East.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you a single player who plays on any of those teams. I didn't look any
Yep.
of that up, so
Hmm.
I wonder how much tickets are going for that.
Oh,
Oh,
one,
it was going for like over 100. I know that for a fact.
Those teams are gonna. What team do you think is gonna travel the best?
Probably Boston University.
I would say
maybe
like,
Denver.
Denver's pretty popular. That's not too far of a drive. What about Western Michigan?
Western Michigan might too.
Shout out Jack Halfway. He might be there for Denver Sports Denver. He went there.
Nice.
One quick. Are we still talking about Frozen 4? Or I wanted to.
Yeah, and then the championships on Saturday. Blues are out of town.
Yep.
Until then, they come back and play Utah for their last regular season home game on Tuesday.
I will be there.
Nice. I wanted to quickly shout out OTROT. The record has been broken.
Oh.
The Great One's goal scorer
Oh yes.
Thanks for
record
reminding
is
us. We
no
forgot about
more.
Yes.
Alex Ovechkin.
Did you guys watch that live?
Did not. I was
I-
driving in a car.
I did.
Yep, and he had to pass Selly.
Yes. The flop on the ice. That was
Sup-
awesome.
Superman Sally.
What a guy. And I kind of liked that they stopped the play too.
Yeah, it was great.
Uh,
was a great
Shaw's not
moment.
liking it over
I
there.
don't like that. I think that's kind of weird.
They do it for like all sports like that. They did it for NBA when LeBron passed the scoring record. They just do it.
But when have they ever done that in hockey? If they don't do that for like games played or like
They do that all before.
500th goal or like I guess because like that's the number one. You're number one now, I guess. So like
Everybody
It's
thought. I mean, I
different,
was 10
but-
years old looking at that stat, and my dad telling me that stat will never be touched.
Yeah. I want to quickly shout out Budweiser. Sent out to Budweiser 0 beers to any goalie that faced any shot from Ovi and did not let up a goal. Joel Hofer got a beer.
Joel forgot one.
He's faced 8 shots against Ovi, hasn't let up a goal.
Nice.
Cujo got a beer, and I didn't even know that Cujo was still in the league when Ovi was playing.
I didn't know
Curtis
either.
Joseph.
Yeah, Cujo. And Alex Ovechkin tweeted for his first time in 3 years under Cujo had a tweet was like, Cujo's tweet was, "Congrats to the greatest goal scorer of all time at OV8. Feeling very lucky to have not been a part of it. 2 shots, 0 goals."
Nice.
And then Alex Ovechkin, first tweet in 3 years, replied, "Thanks you. I'd probably score a goal on next shot, but you retired."
That's
So
funny.
that was a good one.
Bands to make her dance.
Bands to make her dance.
Okay. Quick
Bands
question.
to make her dance.
Bands to make her dance. I want my chicken palm, jump palm. You ever see that?
He's gonna be in
handshake?
the he's gonna be in the fountain. Should've
Question.
celebrated in the fountain.
What?
Anybody currently breaking that record?
Goal scoring record.
Maybe McDavid. Maybe
Maybe McDavid.
I was thinking of Austin Matthews maybe breaking it.
or
How many goals
Austin.
does Austin Matthews have?
I mean, he had 50 last year.
I don't think it's gonna be broken. That's the easy answer. Let's go with that one.
I mean, even Ovi said it like 5 years ago he wouldn't break it. So
Austin Matthews has only got 398 goals in 624 games played.
yeah, never mind.
Well, I love the fact that Ovi did it in the same amount of games as Wayne too,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is
How
a-
was that?
yeah,
That is insane.
and the April 6th date was like I don't know how many years it was that he was the NHL
Oh, yeah, he was-
lottery pick,
yeah, he got drafted that, or yeah, he was.
or the Capitals got the lottery pick on that April 6th or
How
whatever.
did didn't the team the year before argue that like they wanted to draft him like a year early or something, and he would have went to the Panthers or?
It
You guys
doesn't
know that story?
Nope.
don't know that one.
Oh well.
That was a fun OTROT. Anything else?
Oh,
went to a
speaking of
wedding.
Ovechkin, I got the Capitals on a futures ticket that had Florida on it, so Florida just won.
Nice.
And I got the Capitals. And I put the Dodgers on there. And I think I picked a tennis one. I think I picked like Carlos Alcaraz to
French
win,
Open.
to win
Nice.
no,
I think I
Wimbledon maybe.
Oh, I thought I told you to take him to French.
French. Maybe, I don't know.
Hmm.
And then maybe a soccer. I think maybe Barcelona for Champions League.
Not bad.
Future parlay lives.
All right. Anything else?
OTROT 1923 finale. That's the Yellowstone prequel with Harrison Ford.
You liking it?
I think that was the season. It was the season finale, definitely, because I didn't know it when I clicked on it. I just clicked on it. It was after the Battlehawks game. I got home and I was like, "Oh, it'll be about 45 minutes, an hour long. I'll be done a little after 10, and I'll go to bed." Just kept going and going. And I go, "Oh, I guess this is a double episode." It was an hour and 55-minute episode. It was like
Damn.
a movie I watched. It was a
Damn.
double episode, and it was sick. There were so many shootouts, and then they killed the main guy.
Okay. What the fuck, Nick?
Shh,
Spoilers!
spoilers!
Spoiler alert! Lots of death, lots of destruction, lots of violence,
All right.
lots of one-liners.
There you go.
It was good.
I had the White Lotus season finale.
Yeah.
A lot of shootouts, a lot of death. Not gonna say what main character.
Which ones?
I'm not gonna do that.
I was watching White Lotus before I came over here with Max. He was watching this
This
season,
season,
I
yeah.
guess, and
What was happening?
some guy was taking lorazepam. And
Oh yeah, that's the dad.
That's
Lorazepam.
fun.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Pat, you got any
Pat?
OTROT?
Big tournament this weekend, day 2 to go to Vegas. So
Whoa, Hot Shots Poker.
Hot Shots Poker. So wish me luck.
Nice.
Wish both luck. I forget he's in. it.
Where's the tournament at?
It's at Webster.
Webster one,
So-
and it's day. Which day?
Day 2. So all of the day ones. So every Saturday tournament, everybody who won that,
You passed that one.
I passed that one. So now I'm in day 2.
And how many total days are there?
There's 3 total days.
Okay, you're more than halfway there.
More than halfway. So is Rope. Rope's in it too.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Any other last questions, comments, or concerns?
Happy Masters.
We will see you.
Love you guys.
tomorrow
Happy Blues
night.
playoffs. We're marching.
We're marching.
All right. Thanks for listening. See you guys.
See ya.